So if you guys follow like any gaming YouTube channels, even if you don't follow CoryxKenshin's channel, or if you do follow CoryxKenshin's channel, you've probably seen or at least heard about the video that CoryxKenshin dropped a few days ago calling out YouTube for being either racist or showing favoritism towards certain YouTube creators. And so after watching that video, I kind of got to thinking about a few experiences that I've had on YouTube already, even as a small content creator. And I kind of wanted to use this video to kind of react to it and share some of my thoughts about what Corey's talking about and my own personal experiences. Now, before we get into the video, I am a small YouTuber at this point. I have close to 600 subscribers. I am not calling people out for being racist. If you know anything about me, like, unless it's blatantly obvious, I will never accuse anybody of being racist. So this is not what this video is about. I just want to point out that I've experienced not necessarily things exactly the way that CoryxKenshin has experienced them, because I am not a big YouTuber, but I just noticed that there are some things that YouTube does that's kind of weird. There's a lack of transparency. There are some things with the algorithm that there are so many videos that these experts, and a lot of them are experts, make videos about with the YouTube algorithm and different things that they feel will help you, get your videos more exposure and different things like that. I've noticed some odd things even while trying to follow the advice of some of those experts with my own videos. And I just want to kind of use CoryxKenshin's video, not for clout, not to go viral, but to use it as a jumping point for me discussing some of the things that I've gone through, because I feel like he really articulates, things that I've been feeling and thinking about ever since I first started YouTube. So let's go ahead and get into his video. And from time to time, I'm going to, stop it, and I'm going to say some things that kind of piggyback off of what he's saying in his actual video.
I'm going to try my best to articulate this video as thoroughly, as plainly, as eloquently as possible. The allegations I am levying towards YouTube are extremely serious, and I'm taking this video extremely seriously. YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. I never want to be that guy, oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black. There have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said, it could be because of that, but nah, I'm not trying to press that. I don't want to build that narrative around my YouTube channel. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded the Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing the Mortuary Assistant, and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Cory, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay. I get with my YouTube rep. I sent him an email. Hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on.
I find it so weird that CoryxKenshin is a huge YouTuber and YouTube can't even tell him why his video was age restricted. I have not had a video age restricted yet, and I've posted my first video of the Mortuary Assistant a few days ago. I feel like, being a small YouTuber, my video may not get noticed by the team that handles, slapping those age restrictions on videos. And so my video is not currently age restricted, but in a second, Cory's going to talk about talking to his rep, and he feels like it's a particular scene in the game, and that's why the video got age restricted. I think I know what scene they're talking about in the game. I've seen now, some other playthroughs of the game as well, and I feel like that scene is not in my video. It may happen in the next one that I record later or so forth, but it's bound to happen. So it's going to be curious to see if my video ends up getting age restricted because of that particular scene. But anyways, let's go back to his video.
Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression, and I'm just gonna leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things and the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Cory, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say.
One thing I have to say right there is it's been really cool seeing these other big YouTubers come to CoryxKenshin's support. Like, they're standing with him. Jacksepticeye has recorded a video about this. Markiplier hasn't necessarily recorded a video addressing this, but he's kind of started this thing, and well, he was the first one that I've seen, so I don't know if he started it. It's a thing where they're trying not to get age restricted, so they're doing this challenge, and Jacksepticeye just posted a video also doing that challenge, and I think there's some other big YouTubers that have also, you know, done similar things. So I love that they're supporting Cory, no matter, and I'm saying Cory like I know him, but you know, I've followed his channel for multiple years now. I've watched a bunch of his videos, so I feel like I know him through YouTube. But anyways, a lot of them, you know, have stood by his side, and that's really awesome to see people doing that, whether it's racism, favoritism, whatever's going on here. And he's going to talk more about what's going on with his particular channel. I just love the support from those other big YouTubers. That's really awesome.
What do you think happened after that? They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great, this is awesome. Look, Cory, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play, there was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place? Number two.
That blows my mind that a big YouTuber like CoryxKenshin, it makes no sense to me that they don't know, like these big guys, if things are automated with YouTube when it comes to stuff like this, or are humans actually reviewing it. It seems like YouTube sets all this stuff up. And again, I'm still learning about YouTube. I'm still small. It seems like all this stuff is mostly automated. You know, and if that's the case, then it should catch everybody's video that has that particular scene in it from the Mortuary Assistant. So since it doesn't do that, because like with music, for example, with copyright claims, it seems like it catches every video that has that particular song in it. Like when I was doing a playthrough of The Quarry, the first couple of episodes were copyright claimed because there was certain songs in it. Now, YouTube did go back and remove that. I think 2K, who made The Quarry, I think they talked to them about it, because like all of us were playing on streamer mode and we were still getting copyright claims with the songs that were in the streaming mode. And we were like, how is that happening? And they went back and removed those later. So it seemed like if they can flag for songs, you know, and give you a copyright claim, they should be able to automatically flag these videos and make all of them across the board age restricted. So that just leads me to believe that there are humans you know, involved in this stuff. There's a policy team like CoryxKenshin mentions, and so they have their hands in all of this stuff. And so if that's the case, then you're gonna have things like what Cory is addressing in this video, because you know, as humans, we all have biases, we all have different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be racism or favoritism. It could be somebody on the policy team might be mad at Cory or Markiplier or any of these other YouTubers for something they might have said in a video, you know, no matter what it was, politically, sexist, whatever, and just decide to punish them by, I can affect their videos and, you know, the money they might be making off of those videos by doing this. Let me age restrict that video. So if that is going on, then that is definitely a huge problem. These people should not be able to pick and choose when to age restrict or give people copyright claims or any other things, like even banning people from YouTube. They should make it the same for everybody across the board. And I think I was talking to my wife about this. I just feel like YouTube is probably too big at this point. And you know, even though they have this policy team, you got so many creators on this platform that it's probably hard to really monitor everything. And so I get that, but they got to figure it out. Somehow it's got to be clear cut and across the board for everybody. Okay, if this one YouTuber's video is getting age restricted or this one particular part in a video game he's playing or she's playing or whatever, then everybody needs to have that same age restriction placed on their videos.
2, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer. Once you submit an appeal, who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number 3, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision? I've been feeling like this for a long time. I've been feeling like every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm #1 trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was #1 trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I mean, I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again, and I'm getting my numbers, they're climbing, they're exploding, I'm #1 trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, this black man, he's getting too many views, he's getting too much exposure, too much activity. Hold that thought. Let's get back to the current situation. So
really quick, before we continue that, I want to point out something. So again, I'm a small YouTuber. I've said that multiple times. I'm not getting nearly the amount of views that CoryxKenshin is getting. But I've noticed something weird about when you don't post for a while on YouTube. Something kind of similar to what Cory just mentioned has happened to me multiple times in the past. It's like, and I typically post nearly every day. Like I post pretty frequently. Like I don't really ever take breaks, but sometimes I get busy in my life and I may go 2, 3, 4, even 5 days. I think at most I've gone a week since I first started YouTube without posting a video. And that, again, that happens rarely. But I've noticed when I come back, like when I'm posting consistently, like nearly every day, my videos are getting a certain amount of views, especially as of late. Now that I hit 500 subscribers, like I'm pretty much, you know, my videos over the course of a few days, like if I post consistently each day, are hitting the 100s for views. And like as a small YouTuber, you know, 10 views even is like a good thing to you. 20 is like, man, people are looking at your stuff. You start getting up into the 100, you know, YouTube starts putting ads on your videos, of course, and you're not making money for it because you're not monetized yet. But I just noticed that when I'm posting consistently, I get to those numbers, and then my shorts get, you know, about up to 1,000 views, you know. And then when I take a few days where I don't post, it's like it seems like YouTube punishes creators, even small ones, for taking time off away from their platform, because if we do that, we're not bringing in, you know, viewers and different things. I just thought that was kind of weird. Like my view counts seem low. Like if I go a few days without posting when I first start posting again, and then, you know, if I start posting consistently, they start to creep back up. So again, I wanted to point out just some weird stuff that I've noticed with YouTube, and I just don't understand like why. Like people have personal lives, you know, and I really hope YouTube is not punishing people from taking breaks. Maybe it's just something with the algorithm, the system that they use or whatever. It's like You know, if you're posting consistently, they're trying to reward you, you know, getting you more exposure and stuff like that. But I just thought that was odd. Like, why are my views less per average? I mean, it could be the video that I'm posting. It could be, you know, me. You know, maybe people will see that video and like, I don't really want to watch that, you know, whatever. But I noticed that trend, you know, even on my channel, and I've only been on the platform for almost a year and a half, so that's odd.
My YouTube rep assures me he's going to continue this dialogue with the policy team and try to get some answers to those 3 questions that I had. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down. They got called out, and then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay, we see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna like talk about this, make a video about it? You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. You realize how unfair this comes across. In all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before? They saw that I saw that there was some unfair stuff going on, so then they tried to appease me by de-age restricting the video. I say, wait, why are you doing that? Because I sent Markiplier's clip. And then they say, oh, okay, well, let's just age restrict them both. Why is my channel so much more heavily scrutinized than my peers? My peers, and when I say peers, I mean people around my level, around my view count, just to keep it simple. Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Cory? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. This situation was only bad because I've been #1 trending since I got back. Every other YouTuber has uploaded the Mortuary Assistant. And now they're about to start putting in some age restrictions because I called them out on some unfair behavior. Now I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. And for that matter, how do you expressly prove that someone is a racist? I mean,
You can't. I mean, unless it's blatantly obvious, you can't call somebody that, you know, and that's part of the problem, you know. And I just want to give my thoughts, you know, kind of about, you know, racism now in 2022. It's very disguised nowadays. It's hidden. Like, you know, you don't know the real reason why Cory's video was age restricted, and you'll never know. And see, that's the thing. If somebody on that policy team is racist, okay, obviously they're never going to say that. And what's becoming an issue is, I feel like in 2022, since we all like to think that we've come a long way since even the 1960s, definitely a long way from, you know, slavery and all that. You know, we like to think that we've come a long way, and I feel like we have. Okay, things have definitely changed. My parents were kids during the 60s. My mom, you know, marched with my, you know, one of my great uncles, you know, with Martin Luther King Jr. and different things like that. So I've heard stories and I've heard different things of what that was like. And we have come a long way. We have. But there are still racist people out there in this world, no matter what race it is either. I'm not trying to say, you know, white people are the only ones that are racist. I'm married to a white woman. So that's not the case. You know, black people are racist. Other races are racist. You know, you have people in those groups that are. And I think since people believe that we've come so far, they kind of become desensitized to racism, especially since the media keeps putting stuff out there. And that's a whole different story right there about all these different acts that could possibly be racist acts, and we never know. And I think since people are kind of desensitized to it, I was telling my wife this yesterday, I feel like something blatantly racist could happen and people still, some people on like social media and stuff would still feel like that was not racism. Like I told her, somebody, and I'm just using this as an example because I am black. Somebody could come up to me, call me the N-word, and then say, I hate black people, blah, 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 blah. And that's blatantly racist, right? You know, there could even be witnesses around. I would feel kind of weird sharing my story because I would feel that people would still claim that that's not racism because of how we want to view things as like we're so far removed from that now. We shouldn't talk about it and it won't exist anymore. Like, you know, that's crap. Like I feel like people would bash me as the victim for calling that out, even though it's a blatant act. So that's just kind of my thoughts about this nowadays. Again, you know, you're never going to probably have somebody straight up tell you I was being racist there when I did that. I mean, they're not going to do that. But I just wish people would realize though that racist stuff still happens and it can still happen, no matter your race. And so if somebody does come with an accusation, and again, Cory's not saying that they're straight up racist, but I just want to say, you know, when people do come with accusations, we need to at least take it serious and not bash the victim and say that's not racist, you know, especially if things are being investigated. And it may turn out that it wasn't. It might even turn out that it was. But I feel like a lot of people don't take things like that serious anymore because we've come a long way, or we shouldn't really talk about that anymore. Because if we don't talk about it, it won't happen. Or the little pieces that do will go away. You know, nothing ever goes away by not talking about it. And if it is a problem or issue, it should be addressed. It should be talked about.
I mean, unless they're spamming the N-word in the chat, how do you really know? And admittedly, I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video, and it can be the same exact video, and they restrict the black person's video, but not the white person's video? I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence, these situations always coincide with an uptick of growth. And it always just comes off like we can't let this black guy get too high up. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm telling you, that's how it comes off. I don't see any other YouTuber that gets #1 trending many times, and then all of a sudden they're getting age restricted and they're getting copyright strikes and all of that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Point them out. I want to see them. I'll retract this entire video. I'll make a public apology to YouTube. I have no problem. My dad taught me if you make a mistake, be a man and address it and apologize. I will do that, no problem. But to me, you know what it comes off? It comes off whenever CoryxKenshin starts doing some crazy numbers or getting on trending too much. We got to find something. We got to get him for something. He's got to have done something. I mean, I bleep out cuss words in video games. Like I literally, this is the YouTuber that you want to have smoke with and have problems with. I believe there is some racism involved within the policy team, and YouTube in general really doesn't care about black people. They got their favorite creators. You know, log out of YouTube. Log out and go to YouTube. You'll see the people on the front page every single day. You'll see the favorites. Count how many are black. Count how many are of people of color. So then what does YouTube try and do? They try and peddle YouTube black. They try and give us a spotlight. And do you know how condescending and patronizing that is? Oh yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we got to give them a spotlight. We got to come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake pandering that you guys do? And when you have a black creator coming to you repeatedly saying, why am I being treated differently than other creators? And then you come back and, oh, we gotta age restricted, and then, oh no, he's on to us. Okay, we gotta age restrict them both. Fake! It's fake. That's what it is. I am deeply sorry that this came off as a rant, in the beginning.
As a black creator, that worries me a little bit, with that whole thing. Like, I feel like I'm a little scared to keep growing. Like, of course I want to keep growing. I'm enjoying YouTube. I'm going to keep posting videos and stuff, but if stuff like this is really actually truly going on, that kind of worries me a little bit. I've been like debating about, like, man, I might have messed up showing my face so early on in my videos. Maybe I should have just, made all of my videos without showing my face and, stuff like that. And maybe that might help things. I don't know. But I hope that there's not something like this really going on with YouTube. And, the whole highlighting black creators thing, like, that just, that came, of course, out of Black Lives Matter. A bunch of companies, try to, show that, oh, hey, we're doing something to show that, we support Black lives and stuff like that. And I love what Cory just said right there. Like, don't do that. How about having, when black creators create content, it shows up organically on the home pages and different things like that, because they're working hard and they built up a following, and, they actually got talent, and they're actually being a, positive influence on your platform, just like other people are that you tend to highlight, So I was glad that he mentioned that part there.
Ironic that I have to upload this on YouTube, but where else am I going to upload it? I worked hard. I built this community from the ground. It's taken me over a decade to do. And I would have just hoped that the playing field was fair, and that, hey, if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable? Now, if my YouTube channel gets shadow banned, or they they start like not sending my videos out to my subscribers, or in a couple months from now, y'all just stop seeing my videos, we know why. We know why. I mean, those shadows behind the scenes, they control it all. They control all of it. If they don't want my channel, they could terminate it right now. As one of the biggest black creators on the platform, I want you to hear it from my mouth that there is some shady business going on behind the scenes at YouTube.
And I like the way he ended that. I mean, there's some things that, like I've mentioned earlier, that needs to be fixed, that probably need to be changed. And, a lot of people probably won't see, my video. And again, that's not my whole reasoning behind doing this. If it doesn't reach a whole lot of people, then, whatever. But there's some things that are weird going on, and I just hope that YouTube tries to fix those things and address those things and just make it equal across the board for everybody. Give everybody an equal chance at the pie. But anyways, I just wanted to share some thoughts based on Cory's video about some things that I've noticed. So I'm enjoying YouTube. I'm having a bunch of fun. Don't let this video cause you to think that I'm not. I can't wait to continue to post videos. I hope, I continue to reach more and more people, no matter how I do that, to crack the algorithm. And I just hope I continue to have fun with this and enjoy it. Because it seems like some of those big YouTubers are not having fun or enjoying it as much anymore. Like Jacksepticeye said in his video, he probably won't post for a while because just how he feels currently about YouTube and different things like that. But anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. Y'all take care. Peace.